Bienvenido a mi cocina y keto living. And if you don't know what that means, welcome to my kitchen and keto living. Today, if you can't tell, we're making a trip south of the border and we're going to have one of my favorite dishes. I love enchiladas, but of course, we can't eat real enchiladas on keto diet. And so I've come up with a recipe that I think is satisfying and really, really, really good. And so I'm excited to share it with you. And so if you'll just hang on, we'll get started. Let me put you down here. Okay, guys, so this is a recipe that will feed an army. And I am not an army. I am just me. So I am adapting my recipe just for a couple of servings, one for tonight and one for lunch tomorrow. So I have broken the recipe down. However, I will give you the full recipe in the description box as always. And so, and at the end of the video, stay tuned. I'm going to give you some other tips and things that you can do with this. So, excuse me. So what we're starting with is it was supposed to be 8 ounces of cream cheese, but I am doing 2 ounces of cream cheese. And then we have a cup of shredded chicken. We have 1/3 of a cup of black olives sliced. We have 1/4 of a cup of sour cream. We have 1/2 a cup of salsa verde, the green kind. And then we have some cheese, garlic, and some cilantro. And then, of course, salt and pepper. So what we're going to do is we're going to start mixing this all together. And I'm just going to take a fork for right now and just sort of mix up my cream cheese. Now, the cream cheese is kind of necessary because it's going to hold everything together for you, or help hold everything together, along with all the million other the cheese in here. So we're going to add the chicken to that, the cup of chicken. And mine got cold, it was in the refrigerator. What I actually did when I was cooking dinner last night, I went ahead and baked off the chicken so that it could be ready for today. And then I just peeled it off the bone. I am using chicken thighs because it has the most flavor and it's the most forgiving in the oven if you forgive it. Like I almost did. But I had some real good crispy chicken skin. Alright, so to that, we're going to add our sour cream. Now, I've had some subscribers say that they can't eat cheese, sour cream, and stuff. They're allergic to them. So they can't have dairy products. Now, to that, I will tell you that in most stores, you can find vegan products which are not made with milk and the cheese things. Now, you do have to be a little careful and be mindful of the carbs. But they're, a really good substitute if you just want to try this without all of that. So, got that mixed up, okay? And then we're just going to add the salsa verde. And y'all know I love this stuff. It just looks so good already. And then I'm going to add some black olives slices. Okay, and then I'm going to add my cilantro. And you can use fresh cilantro if you want to. I didn't have any on hand. And honestly, when I went to the grocery store, I didn't see any that looked really good to me. So I'm just using the dried cilantro. Just be careful because, it does have a more intense flavor, I think. So then I'm going to add about 1/2 teaspoon of minced garlic. And there again, you can use garlic powder for this or whatever you want. I just like the minced garlic in the little tube. Okay, and I'm going to add a little pepper. I know it looks like a lot, but it's not that much. And I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Cheese has got, salt in it, so I don't want to add too much. There again, I'm using my pink Himalayan salt. Just mix this up. And then I'm going to add about half of my cheese. Now I have a cheese blend here. I have Monterey Jack, I have Colby and cheddar, and I have a little bit of mozzarella. So I am going to put half my cheese in there. Now, if you want to add some other vegetables, you can. I'm perfectly happy the way it is. So then I'm just going to bring in my little baking dish here. Now, I love this little baking dish. It's a little Pirate's dish. I've had it forever and ever. But it's just a perfect size for a casserole for one. And then I'm just going to pour this into my casserole dish. And it's some very generous portions. I mean, don't ever say you'll never use math again. Pay attention, people, if you're in school with the math, because you really have to know fractions when you're converting recipes. I wrote the recipe for a big crowd because that's what I was doing at the time. But you definitely need to know your fractions when you're breaking it down this small. It went from 12 to 13 servings down to 4. Now, I'm going to eat some of this tonight, and then my little Laura will be here tomorrow, and she loves this recipe, and she'll eat some of it too, so I'll have it all gone. Then you're going to take the rest of your cheese and just cover the top of it up. So I think I used about a cup of cheese between the two. To be honest, I didn't really measure the cheese because, in my opinion, you can never have too much cheese. Alright, we're going to bake this for about 30 minutes on 350 degrees. And then when it gets done, I'll be back to show you what it looks like. Okay, guys, it is all ready. Oh my gosh, I wish you could smell this. It smells so good. Now, you're supposed to let this sit and rest for about 15 minutes. It does stay hot because if you don't, everything kind of runs in together. But that leads for me for tip 1 for you. This is also great to serve as an enchilada dip. And you could use your keto chips. And I'll make sure they're right up here. They should pop out about right now. And if they don't, then they'll be down in the description box. So you could eat those with your keto chips and stuff and just kind of dip right in there. And this would be a perfect size for a small party for a dip. But of course, I'm not eating it as a dip tonight. I'm going to eat it as my meal. So I am just going to dig in here and get a little bit. Let's see, I'm not even sure if I can cut it yet because it is kind of warm. But how I would serve it is I would cut it in the middle here and then cut it right here. So it's about a 1 cup serving. So I'm just going to try to stick my knife in here. Oh, it's got so much cheese in it. It's just unbelievable running. Okay, so this is probably not going to be pretty. But I'll tell you what, I'm just going to get a spoonful right now. We'll take a spoon out of the corner here because it really does need to cool off. Yummy. Let me put you back up here so I can see you. Y'all, this is so good. And it is so hot. Sorry, guys. That is so good. And I'm going to leave it a few more minutes before I cut me up a slice of it. So I hope you will give this a try. It is really good. Like I said, you can eat it as a meal. You can put some other veggies in there. I was contemplating about putting cauliflower in there, but I didn't. But you could add some other veggies. Just be mindful of the carbs and stuff. So for a 1 to 1.5 cup serving of this, it's 3 net carbs. And so I will make sure I put the whole entire recipe in the description box for you instead of my little shrunk down version of it. So I hope you like it. If you have some suggestions of recipes you would like me to try, please list them below down in the comments section. And if you have not subscribed to my little family yet, please do so by hitting that little icon up there and subscribe. And don't forget to tap the little bell and you might be notified every time I upload a new video. Alright, thank you so much. My mouth is watering and I am going to go eat. Adios, buenas noches, and I'll see you again next Friday for Keto Living. Bye!